Okay, this is the second part of the SPO2 kit. Again, we are back to the table measuring 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and because I will need to make 2 pieces to prepare for the 2 laminating, for 1 laminating pouch, 2 pieces inside. Here it is, 2 centimeters wide strips. Mark them and cut them. And the same way as I prepare the measurement kit, which didn't work, clean the foil to give you the good connection with the nano-coated copper. So you don't need to do much. As soon as you laminate them, that is giving you the opportunity to have the pressure there, so you don't need to do anything else much, as we did with the previous one. Here the 2 centimeters mark you groove with something you have around. So once you clean the copper, you will know where to bend the sheet itself. And cleaning, as I showed, is with sandpaper, grit 60. So we have it nice and clean. And prepared for the next step, to wipe it out with acetone. And prepare it for bending. Give the bender. Little bit. This is okay, so you get a bended copper piece, finish it, and you can use plastic or anything. And the screwdriver seems like he's doing it well. So you're ready for the next step. And back to our corners, which we created for the first part of the movie. attach small double-sided tapes at the end, and don't want to go out. Whatever. It's wasting time. Where the corner was bent, apply them to the piece of paper, and that will allow you to do the same as the copper stuff, which we already did. I'm trying to find my gloves. Stop. Okay, we have our nano-coated material, so we need to cut the wires. And have the plates. Unfortunately, this is not completely dry. There is a little bit at the bottom. This also is a little bit wet, but should be okay. I will pre-cut these two sides. They're a little bit longer. And apply the clean copper at the top, so to be able to have a contact, full contact with the nano-coated material and the copper shielding. Needs to be a little bit more like this. And here this the same way. Oops. I bend it a bit. Prepared for laminating. Here is my laminating sheet. The same way as the other copper pieces. Of course, don't forget to leave. I can leave this little bit outside just to be easier to clean it after. And of course, don't forget to leave space. Oops, this one outside. Way too much. To be able to have the distance which was applied to the other ones, primary only with the copper field, and have it laminated. That's it for now. Next step after. So we are done laminating the sheets. Again, the same way as in the first part. Cut them in the middle. Don't forget, you need to have lots of distance. If somewhere is not laminated well, you can use cloth iron to seal the edges, and again the same thing, cut down to size where not the copper is, where the paper is, because the pressure of laminating is gonna give you the option to have a very good contact with the nano-coated copper itself. Get a knife, again the same procedure, peel the paper and cut the end, and everything which was done in the other movie, so you will have the same thing. So the next step is take a straw, I already started, add it to the measurement line and mark each part of it. You can use, right now I'm gonna use 1 centimeter distance. You can use 1 inch or whatever you decide, and you start to cut precise pieces of 1 centimeter in order to arrange the distance between the plates. Next step is take your plates, I will cut them after, and just not to waste time, line them up, 1 copper, 1 nano-coated copper, another copper, another nano-coated copper, another copper, another nano-coated copper, another copper, another nano-coated copper, and line them up together. Turn it upside down, this one. All of them should have their open part upside. Don't drill or do something, a mistake in it. They all have their upside part out, and line them up, and we'll drill a hole. For your information, I will use plastic trimmer line, which is used for cutting grass. You need a piece of it long enough to fit into your plastic box, and you need to drill a hole which is pretty much with the same size, actually 2 holes. So having these sheets lined up and arranged, as you can see, the bottom is all pieces of laminate, so you drill most of it, 2 holes or 3 holes, whatever you decide, in the middle. As a smoker, I have the lighter here always around. Melt the end of the plastic and touch it somewhere so you can have it thicker, and start to arrange the plastics starting from the one side, add one spacer, another plastic, one spacer, another plastic, spacer, and go all the way until everything is arranged and safe on once and the same distance. And once you're done with all the spacings, you cut the leftover. Ouch. And again, melt the plastic and make a small end which will not allow the foil to pull out. And pretty much that's all about it. If you want to be lazy like me, you can use a column science. My wife is laughing. And instead of arranging this, you can line them up in between the teeth of the column, so you got again the same distance without playing around with the distant pieces of straw and stuff. And finally you are ready pretty much. If you remember, we did the paper clips, so to make a contact between the plates you arrange them together because they need to be shorted with the paper clips. This one pop out. It's kind of tricky, but it works. So you have short circuit and you have 8 here plates with which you can make pretty sturdy CO2 kit. As you can see, they are all on a distance. There is no short, even if it's a short. I will use myself 3 paper clip connections in the middle and at the end, just to assure there is equal distance and not to be short. But even if it's short, doesn't really matter because everything is plastic coated, so that way there is no real electrical short between them. And that's it. As soon as I get the results, I'm gonna post a quick pictures of it. But hey, you're ready. That's it for about 1 hour. Very sturdy and very well producing CO2 kit. Okay, and to finish the last stage of creating these sheets of paper, this is something called moss Boss. It's a zinc foil for roofing. I'm gonna cut and show you two pieces. I was thinking about recreating a shortcut of doing the pieces, so I will use one of the old ones for example. So I cut the same size here pretty much, and I will need two of them, so I will make two. This is another zinc foil. It's easy cuttable with scissors, no problem. It's not that thick. It's about 5 mils maybe. And the other thing you will need is again the laminating pouch, but what I'm gonna do this time is, of course I will try to be lazy again, use the one which I already have. And cut it. So I will have two small pieces, and you don't need to be very precise, especially this foil is a little bit narrower than the other foil I cut, so it's gonna be a little bit smaller, and of course you leave outside the piece you need to use to connect the connections, and foil it directly as a one small piece, so you have your connection part open. You don't need to use the paper as I was using it before. You don't need to cut it. Very quick, dirty and simple thing. Just goes foiled right away, and I'm gonna show you in a minute getting out of the machine. So quick, dirty and easy. No need to do pretty much anything with it, just foil it, that's all. And that, I think, is ending the movie about the sturdy CO2 kit, which most likely is not CO2, but anyway, that's a point of another movie which is coming out right away. Here it is. You have your open part and your part in the protective plastic. So that's it. Thanks and have fun, guys. Bye bye.